Cool, and he says, just jump really high to travel. Like, god damn, man. But honestly, it is a really cool way just to use the momentum, and you can use smaller ships, for example, to travel through space. I can't explain it very well, but it's honestly very cool. There are so many different ways to actually travel through space that I really hope we get to that point of being an interplanetary species. But that being said, we got really far off here, Mike. But the match is finally underway.
Oh, Maluk is going to send Junior on a journey into space. The space between atoms. I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyway, suffice it to say, there's 2 players under the balcony. This could get dangerous. And Spencer's found the first. They know there's players here. Do they realize there's a second? Yes, they do. Hex and S. Oh my goodness, merciless. Team 1 is one of the best pistol teams. Like, period. They're just very consistent about the pistols. Maluk is a pistol god, period. But it feels like Team 1 always are going to, at minimum, split the pistols in a map. If not, just win both outright.
Well, you better hope Blue's not listening, because he'll just say pistols are completely random and there's no skill involved.
Of course he will.
But Sheikh Zula is the last one standing here, and you're absolutely right, though. I agree. Team 1 is very strong on the pistol rounds. And Sheikh, well, he will tap ahead, but he's running out of time. No kid. He's just trying to fight away, at least get another frag, and it won't happen. CASA going to get the final frag in the opening round. The opening salvo has been shot, and Team 1 will be victorious.
All right, there you go. The pistols. Living up to the building that I'm giving them. There we go. A little investment coming through. Scout going to be out for Junior. Kind of a half buy-ish. Nope, now they're all the way in. Junior saving a little bit extra money to maybe get towards that AWP early on. But they are going to go ahead and invest. Smoke's available here for the CT side. Let's see what they do. Junior watching for that first fight in towards mid. He has been tagged. And without armor, that tag is punishing. Didn't get a shot off either, so who will fall back away, and they have taken a fair bit of space here in towards mid, John.
Indeed they have, and now Team 1 actually going to favor those apartments towards the B site. 3 players moving up, and you see Maluk preparing some utility to be tossed on over in support. The Bad News Bears forcing up, of course. 4 Deagles and the Scout. Spongy gonna toss a flashbang forward. That will blind Team 1 and force them to hold back a little bit. But that Molotov tag Spongy. Will he get the advantage underneath window? They're not looking for him. He gets 1. Looking for a second? No. PRT reacts quickly enough to deny any more damage being done. PRT spamming the smoke as well just to make sure that no one is lurking. Cheeky spot. CASA, drop and shake, and that should be the round.
It is decidedly going to be the round. The question remains, can they save this Scout and the armor and deagle of Mr. Brendan Willis? Deagle picked up by Junior as well. Free real estate. Added benefits. But what they won't be able to take is the round. Not at all. Not even a hope. Not even a whisper. Certainly not at this juncture.
Yeah, reminder that yesterday, Team 1 did take this map 16-14. Eagles gets that very beautiful, rare Deagle inspection animation. I do love to see that. And what he doesn't like to see, of course, another round going Team 1's way.
Zeus out for Sheikh Zula. All right. Kings of Content move over. Sheikh Zula is bringing the content here. Where's he going to go with it? Where is he going to go with it? Has 127 ADR. I guess he's getting a kill around. That doesn't make sense. Zeus. Oh, they're coming. They're coming. Okay. Okay, it's gonna happen, John. It's happening. It's happening. Sheikh Zula Doom Zeus Cam. Yes. Yes. Give it to me. Give me the Zeus kill. Up close and personal. Sheikh Zula in their face. He's got it! He's got it! Spongy follows up with one more. The flashbang was good. Swishers dropped a body. This could be the round now. So not just the Zeus kill, so much more. Spongy pops a little early. Plays his hand perhaps a bit, and Team 1 are starting to recover. This is getting dangerous. Maluk's so low. Maluk is so low, but Junior can't connect with that scout. He knows he's got a player hemmed in towards the van, but the nade hasn't found Maluk. That will, though. E-Wills with the AK. It's all on to X and S. These are the two players who saved their weapons, so they've got the armor, but it comes down to B-Wills and X and S matching up against each other, and X and S drags it back through. Oh, Team 1 just had their bacon absolutely saved by X and S. That looked catastrophic.
That Zeus for I don't think I've ever seen just a player charge forward and gain that much space with the Zeus without being spotted and find the frag. That is just a ballsy play from Shake. Shame the Bad News Bears couldn't pull it off, but X&S needed his second ace of the Ibuypower Mythic Masters to secure that one, and he hasn't even died yet. He's 7-0.
Oh, X&S. Actually can't believe they brought that back.
That was crazy.
Actually can't believe they brought that back. Wild.
Correction. Can't believe X&S brought that one back. Right?
That's true. Yeah, don't give it today. X&S brought it back, but Maluk gonna start the party here. That's one down and out already. Spongy dropped. Rush it showing. Shake Zula. Oh, Shake Zula. Someone's watching for this, but the timing could be everything. When's he going to come around the corner? Smokes out for PRT. Spidey sense tingling for Shake. No, he's not going to make the move just yet, but he should have a ton of info. Did he hear any audio cues? He's got the spacing. He's got this control. Is anyone going to come poke in? They haven't given any audio cues. They're wary of someone coming around from Palace. You can see they keep reaching back to check it. Mobs aware of what could be happening, and now Shake makes his move, but they've already moved on to site, so they've averted disaster. They've avoided the danger. And with no one on the site to slow this down, Shake is going to have to move quickly to get the angle, but he's here. He's here. Now they've forgotten about it, and that's one. That's two. Three for Shake. He's got it. Drops the bomb as well. Broke my voice there, Shake. In addition to breaking the round wide open, Maluk stuck top mid. Can't do anything about this, not with 20 seconds to go. He doesn't even have time to consider this round. Might just try and dip back in for one, but Shake Zula will not allow him to have it. A 4K for the IGL as he does it all himself. A patient player on the flank, and he brings it through.
Yeah, we're getting the Shake we saw yesterday against both Team 1 and Extra Salt. In fact, he was the top frag on Ancient with 23 for the squad. So it's great to see the IGL getting into the action here for the Bad News Bears and helping them get on the board. Team 1 going to call a timeout after that, because obviously they completely overlooked that flank that Shake pulled on through. And a great transfer for him as well to find that third. Alrighty, double op setup now for the Bad News Bears. Spongy rocking one, Junior the other. And over on Team 1, well, the economy's not doing quite that well, and that means they're probably going to just go for an eco. You can buy some P250s here, perhaps even a Deagle for Mobs, who's quite surgical with it. But outside of that...
I like how Pesadelo's player cam is very focused on the top of his monitor in front of him. So he's nice and fuzzy behind it. We can have some real detail on that monitor, though. See the ribbing on it? I don't know what that would be called.
A grill?
Grooves? The grill.
Isn't it like a... Yeah. That's where the heat will escape, I guess.
Okay, Mob. The Mob's Deeg, man. Always threatening the nades into window as well. Punish Junior. And now this is a round very much in doubt. The Bad News Bears forced into pressure. Shake Zula playing the spongy spot. It's not spongy though, it's Shake, and Shake is good for one. Shake and bake, but a knife kill comes through from Pesadelo. He's gotten down the ladder and it takes two stabs, but they both connect. It's a 2v2 now. This round's still recoverable, but money's been made. We've already had a Zeus kill and a knife kill. Kings of Content, who?
Oh, man. Going for the jugular there, Mike. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy that we thought we were going to see some of that over in that previous BO3, but nothing, nada. And this time we've already got delivered on, like you said, that Shake Zeus, which was crazy. And here Pesa sneaking up with the knife. Now they're going to try and recover the bomb. Swisher's waiting at top mid. He's looking the wrong way, though. Doesn't even expect him to be at connector. CASA's taking it very cautiously. Now he's going to grab it, and they'll be free and clear to get this bomb plant because not really anyone in sight. Spongy's obviously watching from Cat here, so I'll have to be careful not to plant it in that direction, but they know.
They do. They're wise to it. An XNS! It's a critical shot. Now Spongy locked on out. They know where he's coming from. What does he want to do? If they don't give him an opportunity, it's going to be so tough to fight, and I think that drop is even heard. So XNS is well repositioned. A smoke's going to go up to cover it and give Spongy a chance to move through. He waits out the timing, but he doesn't fancy this. He doesn't fancy this, and you can't blame him. There's nothing working for him. There's just nothing to do. He gave it sort of that prod in to see if something would deliver itself to him on a silver platter, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, kind of a shame there for the Bad News Bears. After getting that one round, it gets isolated. And the thing is, you know, if you look at the scoreboard, it's really X and S, the one that's popping off. And Malb's a little bit far behind on the scoreboard, only at 2 and 5. But certainly, I mean, Malb's wouldn't mind getting a bit of a break sometimes, right? And letting someone else take care of the fragging duties.
Yeah.
That was a nice shot, though. Wow. Wow.
Little stabby stab. I can't believe he went for it there, right? Because obviously, the safer play is just to look down there and get the kill with the gun. Beepo likes the knife action, too. Creeping on in. Check it out. Pace. The juice is flowing, and it's continuing into this one. 2 quick kills off the rip. It was going to be a tough round to begin with, but now it's looking nigh on impossible. Junior wants something in a gun, but it's just going to be the P250. I think he thought there was a Deeg dropped. Went looking for it, but it may have dropped out of the window. I think it did. Look at the body. Look at the ragdoll. Slumped. So Team 1 showing some patience here, seeing if someone else is going to peek it. Well, they will. So now it all falls to Shake Zula. And that is going to be a round they are completely blanked out of. Not damage going back the other way. Team 1 emerge with a 5-1 scoreline, and they are looking good here on Mirage.
I mean, X and S, almost 2 frags per round at this point, up to 10. Ay, ay, ay. Gotta slow him down. Maluk also performing quite well with the big green. He's up to 6. Bad News Bears now do get themselves back on the rifle buy-up. They got 3 A1Ss, the A4, and of course Junior on that big green. Junior's been kept off the board so far, but that won't last long. Pesa goes down right off the bat, and the 5v4 edge belongs to the Bad News Bears. 136 on the clock. Malbs is already pushed out here. Shake didn't even realize it, and Malbs gets the response. That's a big one. Here come the smokes. The utility sailing on in. This should be the A site taken for Team 1, and they still have to lurk at top mid. I'm not sure the Bad News Bears are going to be looking for this one at all. Well, they were.
Reposition. Yeah, PRT catches one, and Maluk follows it up. B-Will's cleaned out. They're going to go through the smoke. That's so bold. Swisher. If you had been able to catch that, this would be a very different round. Problem is now PRT's flanking out. Swisher's aware. PRT is quick on the trigger. Hold on to Junior. That's cracked onto the board at this point, but doesn't fancy his chances with the health that he's got, and he's got way too much value to give it up. He's going to go ahead and save. This will be 6th round gained for Team 1. They're on a roll here.
Oh, man, just such a shame after Junior gets the opener, right? It's just, they didn't realize how far up Malbs had gotten. Shake goes down, and then all the pieces start to kind of fit together for Team 1 on their execute over towards A. Now they're hunting for Junior. They really want to take this op out of his hands. If PRT takes a right turn, he should be able to get it. No! Junior with the no-scope denies him and will save the op into the next round at the very least. But yeah, that was a great opener. Just the Bad News Bears couldn't build off of it.
Timeout called here. Apparently Malbs has posted Gene time in chat as Junior went off to save that AWP. It's just a little sneak peek there for you folks in chat. A little the inside scoop. XNS is 10-1. That ain't
Look,
bad.
I mean, if you recall in the playoffs for Team 1, when they went to Pro League, when they got when they beat Extra Salt in the playoffs a couple seasons ago, right? XNS was just lights out impressive. After struggling throughout the regular season, he just stepped up his game to another level, and that was the reason why Team 1 were able to have so much success. If he continues to play like this, if we get that consistent XNS, we talk about it so much, consistency is the word of the day for Team 1, and I'd say the word of the last few months. If they get that, they could be so dangerous. If we see this Team 1 all the time, right?
Yeah. I mean, the thing about XNS, right, is when he's hitting, he's the star.
Yeah.
And that would be a really cool development for this roster and for XNS personally as well. And we're seeing it more and more. Again, he is emerging more and more. First, it was that complete outlier playoff run. Then it was, okay, well, now we're seeing him more come and make this happen occasionally. And I feel like it's just getting better and better map to map. Swisher, though. That dig is hitting. It connects. Round is somewhat in doubt. What a shot from Swish. Does it with the dig. Malm's usually the one who's fond of doing that, but he can't cross to regain the rifle. PRT putting him down. B-Wills on the flank. That drops the bomb. He gets the second as well. Guns will be stolen away. What a round for the Bad News Bears to get back on the board. They snatch a double up. They snatch a rifle. They snatch back up an economy to play with.
B-Wills and Swisher, the Deagle duo there. Two beautiful shots coming through from both players. And they do steal away a second round. They need to build off of it this time. And the thing is, speaking of building things up, Team 1 has done that with their economy. They have 4 AKs and the op along with full utility here. They can be set to buy for the next round regardless of what happens here. And Pesa just walks right out, finds B-Wills, trying to get into jungle, and Junior, well, he's smoked off now. Shake trying to recover. He will burn mobs doing it. D50 Crisp also doing the damage with the A1S. The thing is, Team 1's taking the site, and there is XNS again, finding Swisher. Critical frag coming through, and the Bad News Bears, their economy is, it's okay for B-Will, Spongy, and Junior, but Shake and Swisher could do a better shot.
Ooh,
Shot.
okay. I think it's a good one.
Whoa,
Almost looked like it might be a Kalak going back the other way. And now Team 1, well, they're running out of bodies here. PRT and Pesa going to try and hold on. They do have strong positions to do so, right? Tetris and Palace. It's not bad. It's just Tetris. Okay, what is happening here? The ops have turned on in a big way. Under the bright lights, PRT will be dug out. What a round for the Bad News Bears. Time enough for the defuse. And here we go. The wheels are starting to turn. And that is dangerous news for Team 1.
Yeah, I honestly thought Team 1 was going to pull that off, but it's the ops for the Bad News Bears from Spongy and Junior that bring it back, and then Shake cleans out PRT, who just really couldn't do much of anything. I like that play for the Bad News Bears. Stick to defusal, send Shake around the corner, around those boxes, so they can get a nice angle on Tetris and take out anyone who might be sneaking around. So, Bad News Bears do indeed find a second in a row, but Team 1 still have enough to get a full-on buy-up. I saw you, Peepo. I saw you, Peepo. Peepo be peeking. He's peeping.
He can smell the timeouts. He knows that's when he gets let out of his cage.
Yeah.
Ooh, Seinfeld Peepo. Funky bass Peepo. Peepo getting funky, man.
Well, the timeout is now ending. And Team 1, they still have what is going to be their last buy should they lose this round as well. They'll have to eco after this, but they're going to get the old college try. Heading towards that B site. One player is already pushed up into the apartments. That's PRT. He wants to make some noise, get some utility thrown, maybe draw over some rotates. As it stands, maybe a little more aggressive from Swisher out of market, but he's soon going to fall back, realizing that no one is home here. XNS, along with Maluk, going into Palace. They have to be careful here. Shake on balcony. Could do the damage if they don't clear him out effectively. A nice Molotov would be good here. Do they have the Molotov? I think so, yeah. XNS.
I mean, they might get committed down below the ladder, right? They don't often play someone up on top of the balcony. You've got Junior to be that first point of contact. Here, that's what they do. They try and clear it out, but he gets one, not the second. It is a bit of a one-and-done unless you have a player to play off of, and the nades are going to chase Junior back. He can't afford to stay around, not with the health available to him. And meanwhile, look at the lurk coming out of the apartments. Sorry, yeah. Right out of apps on in. That's space gain for PRT. Malms has got a kill on site. They may not even need the lurk to come to fruition. Because, well, they've just got the bomb planted. They're very comfortable with it. Now in the post plant, they got a player coming from the other side of the map. And a molly will start to burn Spongy. He will not get away. No escape. No way out. Bad News Bears locked out of this round in a big way, and PRT waiting to see if they come into his crosshairs. They try and save. Just hoping.
Oh!
What? Don't even need him. PRT's like, man, I had a great lurk that whole round, and I didn't get to do anything.
These 8 takes have been really effective for Team 1, right? I mean, the Bad News Bears certainly have been able to retake it a couple of times, but Team 1 consistently getting that bomb planted to dirt. And now they have themselves a 7th round victory. That said, Bad News Bears are still able to invest in a double op setup. This time it's Shake taking care of the secondary opping duties. First Junior on that primary big green gun. 3A1S's round at the buy, and Junior again getting that perfect jump towards Cat. Doesn't see anyone this time. Team 1 playing a little more passively, but they are set up for a potential A hit. 4 players waiting for this. Just want to get their Palace player in position. Here come the smokes. Shake. Get the opening shot, goes through the smoke with the shot and can't connect on it. Now trying to fall back, gets flashbang thrown. Xness closes the gap, gets one, B-Will trades him out, tries for a second, he finds it. Advantage to the Bad News Bears, only momentarily though, as Maluk burns B-Wills alive with the Molotov. 3v2 for the Bad News Bears as Swisher finds Maluk. Back and forth, madness here, Mike. Who is going to get the advantage?
Oh, tough to say. Mobs. Healthy player. Just got to do the work here. And he's dead. So it won't be mobs. They won't get the plant either. Pace has got to venture out into the open. He's like, come on, guys. I'm limping here. 2 points of health. You're going to make the move. So he'll go to the AWP to have the chance, at least, to connect that first shot and be done with it. Got 40 seconds, but that Molotov now limits his options. Could have maybe just dipped off and gone towards B, but now he's committed into this fight. 30 seconds to go. Doesn't want to plant, wants to win the round. And even if he tries to plant, box spam might be enough to keep him off of it. Tips it, taps it, and down he goes. There was just no way to take that. Once he loses mobs on the site, it's nigh on impossible, and indeed, it will be.
This was Yep, go ahead, Mike.
Oh, no. Mine's stupid. Go for yours.
Okay, I was just going to say it was an important play for B-Wills to get that 2K and really bring it back for the Bad News Bears, because if he only gets 1 and he's done, then Team 1 walk out with more of an edge and have more map to kind of exploit. But B-Wills, make sure to shut things down. What was your...
I was going to ask you. We can save it for a less important round, because this one seems like it's going to be going quick. Trust me, I'll save that one. I'm going to put it on the back burner.
I got you.
I'm going to simmer it. Now I'm going to create expectations. It's not that good a thing. Don't worry, folks. Don't get excited. Tag on to Pasadale. Trying my up-mind pronunciation here. Pasadale. I feel like that's what he does. I don't know exactly. I can't hit the same notes as Mr. Guster when it comes to the Portuguese.
No, he's got that on lockdown.
He does have that on lockdown.
As he should, yeah.
being Brazilian, it does make some sense.
Exactly.
That of the NA casting talent, he's kind of got that department on lock. Sheikh Zula's up. He's about to have a prime opportunity here. They are going to face him as the smoke fades. Oh, he's not looking. Shake, you're the opper. Stop throwing util. Set up for the kill. Now he's back around, but they've already dropped down. Oh, Swisher doing the work. Needs to do it, but he will be dug out.
Good
He's
Molotovs.
Going in. Bomb's going to be planted. Great Molotovs. Gives them the space for this. And for the retake, they're going to start to send Junior around, right? Junior's going to work his way up catwalk, but they need to wait a tick for him to get in a position. And meanwhile, oh, the boost has come through here. Who's that up in the corner? PRT? PRT just tucked up. Playing this as they come out the market door. He's going to check the first, so it won't be a ninja spot, but it is an off angle, and he misses this shot. Now they know he's a little compromised. He's lost his teammate as well. They know where he's at, and they're going to clear him. Defuse on round claimed, and that will be the Bad News Bears to find a fifth. All right, now, John, here's the time for my stupid question.
Okay.
Of the Peepos we've seen so far tonight, we've got Ibuypower Masters Peepo. We've got Mythic Peepo. We've got Devil Peepo, Angel Peepo, Foon Peepo, Seinfeld Peepo. Which Peepo are you?
Oh,
if you had to be a Peepo.
Seinfeld Peepo?
Yeah?
I guess
Feeling funky?
Just funky, yeah.
Rocking the Seinfeld, people.
There you go. But in that previous round, PRT, look, I mean, he misses a shot, yes, but that's not the easiest one to hit, right? It's just a narrow moment that you have to kind of connect on it. It was a very quick peak coming through from the Bad News Bears. So, you know, he misses it, but it wasn't exactly the best of situations for him to capitalize. Anyway, Spongy going to be priming some utility. A flashbang going to be thrown here. B-Wills, ready and waiting. Oh, he spots the head. That's information gain because you know someone's at sandwich as well, so he can communicate that. But XNS takes down Spongy. Can they get another one on B-Wills?
Oh,
no, he
my
lines
goodness.
up too. XNS still gets that shot, but he's the last one standing. He has the bomb on his back. He tries for a plant, but doesn't get given that opportunity. Swisher finds him, ends him, and gives his team the win.
Bad News Bears dragging this back nearly to a tie. We still need to talk about XNS a little bit. 14-7. This guy is a monster right now. My goodness. Whew. Timeout going to be taken by Team 1 again here as they figure out what they want to do, how much they want to invest, and where they want to bring it. This could be a critical round. Obviously, there's only 2 rounds left of the half.
Right.
But considering what massive lead they built up to early on, 6-1, if I'm not mistaken, I'd like to get a little more out of this.
Absolutely. Yeah, they were 6-1. Bad News Bears really did pull this one back. Look, you got 2 rounds left. You got to go for the AKs. You're going to have $2,900 loss bonus coming into the next round. You'll be able to get Galils, Mac 10s. It won't be too bad should you lose this one. Winning one is even better. So put yourselves in the best position to do that, and they absolutely are. 4 AKs and the Galil over on the Bad News Bears, though those double ops have really been haunting Team 1. Shake and Junior doing work with them. And of course, Swisher has been picking up his game towards the latter parts of this first half. PRT going to be the one to take the early peak towards top mid. Junior has been consistently coming to this position, so they have to expect it at this point, you'd think. And yeah, they throw a few flashbangs to force him down just a tad. Gives Pace a little bit of space, but he's not looking in that direction. Great peek from Junior. Opening frag belongs to the Bad News Bears as they're aiming to tie this one up at 7-7. Is Swisher going to peek out here? No, he backs off. Wants to play it more passively. Just wants to make sure no one can get towards Cat without him seeing.
So it seems like they are going to test into the apartments, and Junior's posted. Junior's posted. Mr. Unia. Ready for them. He's got the pixel angle. Now that's a tough shot to hit online. On land, it's still a tough shot, but like online, unless they're slow walking it. Oof. Which admittedly, usually they slow walk it.
If you see the barrel, then maybe. Like if they try to peek, right?
It's going to hit the first. Able to fall away. Got a teammate to support as well. Just needs to get safe back to the back of bench. Does he know players dropped already? He should know. But he misses the shot. Unable to chamber the round. Spongy only gets 1, but Swisher's on the scene. Swisher's on the scene to help on out. That leaves everything to XNS again, but it is XNS. He's juggling guns to try and make this happen. He's taking spam damage through the smoke, and wow, he's not long for this world. Swisher polishes it off. 2 big kills in the round. Limps through with 3 points of health, and we are all tied up here. It's anyone's game.
I'm just surprised they weren't expecting Junior in that position, given how he's played it up the round. Well, anyway, Bad News Bears on a 6-1 run right now, looking to make it 7 against a Team 1 squad that, as mentioned, no, they're a little tight for cash as they forced up in that previous one. A Galil, an AK, 2 Deagles, and the Scout. One of those Deagles actually not involved his hands. He wants to go for the AK.
A little strap for cash.
Yeah.
A little broke. A little wrecked. Economically ruined, one might say. But they're going to test A. They're going to make their way on out of the ramp, but that's a miss from Shake. Oh, opportunity given over. B-Wills tries to focus on the players below him, doesn't realize there's still one up top. Brutal feast there, and now the numbers are getting a bit bad. Junior blinded up. What a great flashbang. Spongy at least brings that back, but Team 1 might have just salvaged the most improbable of rounds. Spongy himself a bit of space. How did he get that kill? Bobs did not realize he was into the angle. Spongy has brought this back to a 2v2, and this bomb isn't even planted. Besa is playing a very cheeky angle, so there's no way he expects that, but Shake has a chance at the clutch. And Maluk eventually is going to have to leave his safe haven, his safe harbor. Shake knows he's there, but wants the next. If he can get this kill on the player coming out jungle, then he can snap around knowing where the Palace player is, but he'll miss! An unfortunate whiff there for Sheikh Zula, and a final kill coming through from Pesa as we head into the halftime break. Advantage, however slim, it goes to Team 1.
Yeah, if Team 1 loses that round, you have to think, oh goodness, what do we do now, given we had such an edge and then we let it slip away, but they don't. So they end the round win streak, at least for the Bad News Bears, and go into the second half with a lead. But it could have been a much bigger lead if the Bad News Bears didn't strike on back and were able to really claw together quite a few rounds.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, it is crazy that considering how well XNS was continuing to hit throughout the game, and considering how much of a bevy of rounds Team 1 had early on, that it is this close. XNS is 17-9 right now. It's a monstrous performance, and he's going to start off the second half. Of course he is. Right off the rip. For more of a fight, XNS won't have anything going in this round, and Spongy answers back. Spongy as well is having a good game. Now up to 11 kills. Mobs, though, he's the ace in the hole. They should be well aware of this position, seeing as they do like to play a player here quite often, do the Bad News Bears.
Watching it.
There's Crossfire. He's not yet. Here's the poke on out. Mobs gets one. He's looking for more. He's got the more. Now creeping up the ladder, and a third for Mobs. Bad Mobs just snatching away kills, and that's the smile coming out.
Yeah.
I might just get the juices flowing.
I mean, look, Spongy gets the openers, and then Malbs just bides his time, waits for the right opportunity to peek out, and then when he does, no one is watching. Both players some sandwich easy frags, and the third one didn't see it, but man, it was impressive for him to pull that one off for his squad. 9-7 for Team 1. The Bad News Bears relegated to Glocks only because the bomb plant did not come through. Team 1 could feast here with the MP9s and the 2 FAMASas. They also have the A1S. Mob's already upgrading to that point. He's just going to peek around towards top mid. Bad News Bears not going to go for an all-out rush with these Glocks. They want to take their time. But speaking of pushing up and rushing, it's Team 1. That. Walk into some Glocks here. And Pesa, yeah, you have to be careful. They're just pistols, just Glocks, but when there are 3 of them shooting at you, not the best of plans.
Trying to lure him into a trap, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do. Pace is not taking the bait. He's no for now. Minute on the clock, with none of his teammates having seen anything either. He has to have that spidey sense of like, well, I've seen somebody. They haven't chased me. And no one else has seen anyone. What does that imply? It's a trap. And he will actually get caught. There we go. Admiral Akbar was right. But he's the only casualty in the round. I like how everyone knows that guy's name, despite the fact that he is never mentioned by name at any point during the movies.
It's true.
He's just there for that one line and like a couple background scenes. But we all know his name.
He makes more appearances in like the games and the shows, like the TV shows and things like that.
But it is so funny how many characters there are from the Star Wars movies that, like, the only reason anyone knew their names was, well, originally it was action figures, man. Like,
yes,
I don't know about you, you had a million action figures. The action figure always had the dude's name on it. So, like, all the different bounty hunters that you see in that one scene on the Death Star, you know all their names because of action figures, because they looked super cool. Pesa. Oh, Pesa. What a spot here. He's seen Junior go past him. Oh, no. Junior's got it. Junior saves his teammates. What patience shown. Patience too much. And now Junior is clearing them out, continues to do so, battling forward. He's silenced, but he's giving his team a chance here in a bomb plant. Swisher coming around on the flank, hits the Ripper of the shot. That was the low player. Now it's all into PRT, and PRT's just going to try and get a defuse quickly. Oh, really? He's pulled off. He's pulled off. He thought a player was closer than he was. Swisher's got the feet. Swisher's got the round. Junior, he doesn't wind up with the most kills out of the round, but he absolutely saved their bacon in that. Pesa had them dead to rights. That was 2 at a minimum, if not 3. And Junior looks around, goes, wonder where they're... Oh, God. And just saves his team.
I am just a little surprised PRT doesn't stick that, right? Because there's already a smoke down, and you get another one there. Swisher would have no idea where
I don't think he would have been
right?
able to stick it either. I think Swisher would have gotten around in time.
I mean, yes, he would have gotten
so then
around,
it's just a question whether he would have gotten the spam.
Exactly, that's my point. So I think that I would have taken that chance if I'm PRT. Just, stick the bomb, see if he gets me, and that's it. Instead, he comes around that corner and Swisher, the way he's firing, he's a dangerous body no matter what the situation is. Yeah, gets the job done. Team 1 seed the round, but they will force back into this one. Maluk with the op. Sees them coming forward. Look at the bad news bears wasting no time, and why should they when they get frags like that? Maluk and XNS go down. That's the 4v3, excuse me. PRT was trying to be cheeky on the flank, but at this point, he's got to try to work his way back in, and it's being watched. Spongy, ready and waiting. Oh, looks away. The timing in favor of PRT. He's going to get this. Another trigger discipline moment here from Team 1. Let's go around him. Now he eventually has to kill him, and Junior is the one to deal the blow to PRT. Still a chance for the retake, and Maluk gets something. But, Pesa gets something, but he will go down, and Mob's the last one standing. That will be all she wrote for the round, aside from some exit frags.
He's out of there. At least he gets to save the rifle. I feel like at a certain point, right, when PRT's on the flank, he's like, all right, I want to try and make a cheeky play, but I just watched Pesa.
Right.
I should probably just pull the trigger. Could have gotten the knife. Could have gotten the knife.
The thing is, Junior would have seen him, right? So,
yeah.
Junior's really watching for those cheeky flanks.
Keeping the team safe, man. He's
really
the sheepdog watching the flock. Keeping them away from the wolves. Mob's leaning back, vibing, chilling out. Ready to rip heads.
Can't keep him off the board for too long, can you? He's up to 14 now. Pesa coming around through the smoke, or around the edge of it, I should say. Gets B-Wills. They're trying to spray down to get that frag. Spongy in the meantime does take down Luke and Malp. Swisher, will he go down as well? Pesa's proven to be a pretty tough customer with this USP.
Yeah. I thought they saw him before the smoke balloon. I'm really surprised there wasn't more of a spam or something going on there. But as it is, something to work with for Team 1. It's not much. It's just the pistols. But something. Bad News Bears will pump the brakes. Ease up on that acceleration. Downshift. Chill out a little bit here. This is certainly the round you do not want to somehow fumble. And to be fair, PRT's got a rifle. That's fun. It's just the rifle that Mob saved through from the last, presumably. But it is still something worth hanging on to if you can.
Bomb has been planted.
Ooh, Swisher. Swisher's about to have a little fight. He hears the footsteps. He knows they're coming around. They're going to clear chair. There's one. There's two. Rifle down. And three. Trifecta for Swisher. Every bullet perfectly placed.
Makes it look way too easy. That was pretty nice for Pesa. Around the edge of the smoke sees B-Wills. But at the end of the day, it is the Bad News Bears who take it, and they've pulled it back again. We're tied up 10-10. Team 1. Economy isn't that great. They'll get 4 A1Ss and the FAMAS utility, about half what they're usually used to, maybe a little over half on the Bad News Bears. Well, Shake is going to be rocking the MAC-10. Interesting decision. Could have bought up the AK, but wants to go for the SMG. Gives him a lot more mobility, of course. As Junior, along with B-Wills, are just going to look to gain some space towards the A ramp. B-Wills was just spamming away. In the meantime, let's see if Malp decides to get a little eager and push out here. I think he might be setting up for a boost. Yeah, there it goes. PRT boosted on top of the box, and he's going to have a free and clear view towards mid. He will see the head of this player who won't expect it, but Shake still gets it. How does he get that when PRT had the advantage? Pesa strikes on back to get Shake, and that will trigger the Bad News Bears into the A site.
Okay, X and S silenced as well. That's huge for B-Wills. That was a big kill to take without damage. Oh, the drop into sandwich for Pesa. So bold. It goes 1-for-1, but the trades are there. His teammates are there. And it comes down to the clutch. Minute on the clock. Plenty of time for both to play it out. And Junior's got the bomb. So he can completely reframe the engagement, and he's going to do so. He's going to leave. But Mobs has read it. He's out of there. Mobs is going to come on around. Play from mid. Interesting. No information. Won't hear the audio cue coming from the apartments, but when the bomb goes down, he'll be able to react quickly towards either site. Still, Junior is going to have the ability to relocate, reposition, and play this post plant however he'd very much like. And where he'd like is the apartments. And he has chosen wisely. Mob's working his way up the catwalk. Junior can just wait until he hears this defuse tick. Mobs doesn't have a kit either, so I don't think he can afford to clear all the way into app. Certainly he's going to have an issue there. He's made the audio cue. Now Junior knows where he's at. And, oh, it's the leg! It's the leg! Junior!
Oh.
Mobs jumped at the worst possible moment. He was scoped in. He was lined up. And the hand comes in on the shoulder because Mobs knows he just had his guardian angel there. A little peace sign from Mobs as he sneaks through the round. Oh, no, Junior. A little off center.
I mean, jumping or not, you gotta hit that.
I mean, it's one of those things where as you pull the trigger, he hits jump. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
no,
just-
I get it.
It's just timing.
I get
Timing.
it. It's tough. That's tough. All right. Well, Junior's had a pretty good game so far, so he's gonna have some off moments. And again, like Mike's alluding to, the timing was very difficult to deal with. X and S, in the meantime, he is going to make his way into Palace. That's some good map control for Team 1 to have. Do manage to sneak away with an 11th round victory. Jagzula sees that nade fly on through. Oh, good flashbang! That's excellent support from Team 1 because Shake could have had Pesadillo dead to rights, but Pesa, thanks to Maluk, is able to get that opening frag for his squad. Then a follow-up thanks to some smoke fade favoring him. All right, Junior trying to get the response. Can't thread the needle for the headshot. I think he did connect on him, but it was through the wall. Oh,
Well, this is just completely shut down. I mean, there's still a minute to play out, but Junior and Spongy, they haven't been able to get anything. And at this point, Team 1 are feeling very comfortable. They are kicking out the little footrest. Taking a nap in the lazy boy. Because this round, all about tied up with a little bow. So, likely be 12-10. 30 seconds on the clock. The Bad News Bears, I suppose, could just save these. I think they might even. 25 seconds. Yeah, they're just going to save.
yeah, 2v5. 20 seconds left. I don't like their prospects, and of course neither do they. So, yeah, gonna be a save here. Bring the AK and the op on forward into the next round. The Bad News Bears, that round is just gonna sting, and I think that's why I brought so much focus upon it, right? Because that missed shot, ugh. It would suck for Junior if that's the reason why. Of course, they don't come out with the victory here. Because just a lot of those moments seem to find him, I suppose, where he's missing the shots that look easy and the ones that are difficult, he gets some crazy flicks. But you gotta hit both of them. At least the easy ones. Anyway, timeout's going to be called here by the Bad News Bears. They want to talk things over and decide what to do here. I mean, looking at the money for Spongy and Junior, forcing up here seems like the right call. Just go down to 0 across the board and get ready for the next one, which will bring a $2,400 loss bonus to you. And hey, might be able to pull this one off, of course. But Team 1 starting to find their rhythm on their CT side. Oh, I know this one. Oh, I know it. That's Pikachu.
I think that's Pikachu, yeah.
Yeah.
Pika Peepo. Pika Peepo. Oh, Peepo.
Oh.
What would Peepo's moveset be? Peepo used whack.
Yeah. I think he would just build up energy. Like, he wouldn't have any attacks except for
Bide.
Bide.
He'd be like
yeah.
he'd be like Wobbuffet. He's
Yeah.
just using counter.
He's really difficult to take down. He has no weaknesses.
I think
And
he'd be
then-
like one of those when they made the baby Pokemon where all they can do is like charm you and like lower your attack. That'd
Exactly.
be Peepo. He'd just be rocking
Exactly that.
charm every round.
But then eventually he comes out with that killer blow, the killer counter.
Yeah, charm, hyper beam. I'm a fighter in my lasers. There's a vintage meme. One of the OG memes. Oh my goodness. Sheikh Zula could use some lasers in this round. Because all of his fellow lasers are dead. Okay, alright, there we go. Hits the first. Oh, no more. Maluk shows himself to be the IGL on top in this one, and Team 1 are starting to bring this map potentially to a close.
It's a collective effort from Team 1 as well, and there's no mobs needing to pull off all the heroics. Everyone is fragging here. XNS leading the charge at 19, Mobs and Maluk tied at 18, and then Pesa at 16. Even PRT, you know, he hasn't necessarily been the star performer, but he's got 12. His team's up 13 to 10. And looking at this, the Bad News Bears are on illegal buy-up. And oh, Maluk spots out Junior. Down for the count in the first 10 seconds of the round. XNS has closed the gap as well, so there's really nothing to be gained by continuing to push this A ramp, and the Bad News Bears absolutely know it.
Here come the pistols. They don't even have the bomb with them, but they're going to make a foray out the ramp. They're trying. They're trying. Well, Molly don't do anything. But the guns certainly do. Spongy did get one before being erased from this earth, and B-Wills will try for more. But they're losing comrades. It's all on the B-Wills. Now he's been spotted, and Maluk will brave the Deagle, knowing that his teammates were likely there to clean up if something had gone awry.
This is high quality replay, man. Yep, I agree, Peepo. All right, well,
I need access to Rob's soundboard.
Yeah, I think I do too.
It's a good soundboard, man.
It really is.
Crafted a fine set of tools. Yeah, I know. I know you're not sharing. You're not sharing.
Opening frag.
Oh, he's shutting it down too, looking for map point. This time it's XNS. Gain 2. Spongy's working his way out a little bit, but that flashbang is so good. Team 1 have been on point with the coordination and the utility through this map. The flash kicks have been deadly, and that's going to net the map point. 15 to 10 is the scoreline. Team 1 going on an absolute tear here to close things out. And most of these rounds aren't even looking close, right? They're looking comfortable all the way through, John. They're looking in control.
Yeah, they really are. And I mean, let's see if they can close this one out here. If the Bad News Bears can do something, they're going to have a rough buy. It does feature 3 rifles at the very least, 2 Galils and the AK, but you got a MAC-10 and Swisher. Is he only on the Glock? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, he has money. He's going to spend it. There's the AK, so that's a little bit better. Team 1, though, have been in control in terms of the aim duels. Here come the Bad News Bears towards the A site. I think about going for a quick hit. It's possible. B-Wills moving on up. Mobs, the only one in position right now to defend. Now he's got the support. Here comes Maluk, and he hits the headshot on Swisher, threading the needle to find the opener. And XNS is hunting for more now. He's checking out Palace. Doesn't see B-Wills come on through. That could be trouble here for Team 1. And it is. XNS is dropped. 4v4. No one really here to deny the bomb plant as Shake is going up close and personal with the MAC-10. Swing around and catch someone off, but he cannot. Mobs takes him down. Man advantage for Team 1, and the bomb's still not planted.
So tough now. They know they've got a crossfire that they have to brave. PRT is scoped in. He actually dropped a smoke to give himself more comfort in watching this. So they actually get to the line where they can start to fight in towards ticket. They're going to have to cross that off, and they won't do even that. Pesa and Malms finish off the kill. 16 to 10 is the scoreline. Team 1 looking